Hello, everyone. So I wanted to just come and just share and be transparent about the journey that I've been on in the last couple of months or so. It's been longer than that. But this has been a place I've been, I don't even know how many years. But I'm so thankful now that I can have critical conversations. Those conversations that none of us want to really have. But at the end of the day, they are necessary. Now, I'm talking about us individuals that have been through trauma, that have had issues with getting their message out, feeling unheard, not having a voice, not knowing how to share it, feeling like you're rejected, abandoned, all of those things that we have dealt with. This message is for you. So I had to learn how to have those critical conversations, and also not allowing those experiences to I would say dim the lenses of someone else. So for instance, I've been through a lot of rejection. A lot of us, most of us, everyone has been through some sort of rejection. But I began to see out of the lens of my rejection for every single incident that I have been through in my life. And it became a point to where no matter what you did, and I saw it as rejection, I would step away. I would distance myself. I wouldn't have those conversations. And it was weighing on me mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, just completely weighing on me where I could not show up as my best self, okay? So with going and now understanding that having those conversations is necessary, and not retreating to what I would used to do, blowing up, just letting things sweep under the rug, not, going forth and expressing your feelings, whether someone believes it or not. It doesn't matter. It's about expressing how you feel. Whether they receive it or not is not, that's not my job, right? It's just, let's come to some kind of common ground. And if we can't, that's fine too. We know what decision needs to be made out of that, if any. But I've learned how to do that, and so there's been several relationships over the past year or so that we had to just lay it all out, and let them have. And most of the times, I would let them go first, because I noticed that in my past, conversations, it may have been where I just popped off at the mouth. This is how you gonna get it. This who I am, and that's what it was, right? However, this time I wanted to allow them to listen in certain instances, right? Allow me to listen, to hear what they're saying, to hear their heart, to hear what's on their mind, the things that they've dealt with, the things that they've seen that I may have not seen. And, I'm thinking that, I ain't did nothing. But at the end of the day, there was something that I may have done that gave them an indication that, okay, she's being, moving a little funny, or however it may have been portrayed. However, when I allowed them to relay and convey what they really were dealing with, then at that point it really took a lot off my shoulders. Because a lot of times we think people are dealing with stuff, and it ain't even the stuff that we think they're dealing with. We be all on the other side of the road, and they're down this lane, and that has nothing to do with how we have solved, how we've seen them, what we thought, what imaginations came up in our mind. We didn't, allow those thoughts to fester in our minds, or meditate on those thoughts, and then we got issues with this individual, and it ain't even the case. So having critical conversations. Like I had to recently have that with a friend of mine that I love, and it's been hard for me. You know, when you love somebody, it's hard to have those conversations because you really don't want to. You know, you think about the relationship, where it could end, where where it where it may go, or if they hurt, you don't want to hurt their feelings. You know, you have all these feelings and emotions that are going around in your head, and it sometimes prevent us from having those conversations. But I want to encourage you today to no longer sweep it under the rug, to no longer wait until you can take it and can't take no more and then blow up and then it's a different situation. To no longer allow it to fester in your heart where you are mentally, emotionally sick. Now is the time to truly get help if you don't know how. If and it's simple, just sometimes we just don't, but if we take that step of faith, if we take it and just schedule that conversation with that friend, that family member, have that discussion and get it off of the weight off of us. And that's just the stepping stone that we need to continue in that vein, to continue on that journey of healing and having those conversations with individuals. And then we just continue the journey, right? We just continue on taking that step when other people come about. Because I just recall having a conversation with a cousin of mine's, and we never had a talk. Have a conversation, and everyone always our family kind of seen her as this individual as a troublemaker and whatever. And after speaking with her, I really see that that's not the case, that she's really hurting. And if we was to just hear our people out, we will learn more about them than the deep secrets and the conversations that have been shared across the family or the friends or whatever. We will learn a lot more about them that we really expected, and it will just shine a different light. So that's my conversation on today. Like, critical conversations, it is needed to go forward in our healing journey, to release the weight, and just to be authentic, be a better person, and who God has called us to be. And that's just, He's called us to have relationship, and in relationship, it comes with conversation. It comes with speaking with each other when things don't go right, when things go wrong. And that's all I wanted to share today. So I hope you all really got the gist of what I was meaning, what I'm trying to say on today. And I hope that it truly blessed you. Have a great night. Good night.